You've decided to take a course in Python with CS50. Congratulations, this is one big step on the right road. So if you have reached here, so you have taken the first lecture and you have reached this page and you want to start to solve the problem set 0. So let's click on problem set 0. Before solving the problem sets or the projects, you want to finalize these steps, which we will go through one by one. So the first step is to submit a form. This form generates your data with which you've joined CS50. So by default, they get your email, your username with which you have subscribed with CS50 and registered your details. This is will be your username on CS50. You can read these articles before clicking on understanding the content of GitHub accordance with privacy statements. And this has to be done as the second step. The first step is creating a GitHub account. Now you're learning coding, and it's all about being a member on GitHub, which is a place for coders. So first things first, you create an account on GitHub. Creating an account on GitHub is easier than creating an account on Facebook. You start with an email, then you get prompt to get a password. I have an account, so I don't have to register a new one. So this will be my account, which I will use with CS50. Back to the form. So when you finish the form, as we said, handling the consent of using your information through GitHub, username, which you can get after submitting your information on GitHub and creating your account. You can click here on your profile photo, and this will be your username, which you can click here and you can copy and paste here. Then here your country, and here your year of birth, the 4 digits of year of birth, and here you can choose one of either 3 levels. If you're a beginner, you click on less comfortable. This is an immediate level of coding, and if this is, you click on this if you're an advanced user or advanced coder. And here also you check one of the experiences that you already have on programming. If no experience, you click on none, or little, or you have a lot of experiences. If you have registered for a course before, you can click on the number of courses, or if this is your first course, you can click on 0. This one is very important. You need to watch the video of the CS50 course policy of academic honesty. You can click on this link and then watch the video presented by David Millen. And after watching the course, because you will get prompted each time you submit a project, and you have to write yes or Y on accepting the academic honesty. So after watching the video, you have to click on yes, that you have reviewed and understood the academic honesty. And then the last step, clicking on understanding the consequences of violations, the course academic honesty. What is the course academic honesty? Brief, do not copy other people's work. Yes, you can watch a video, tutorials on people helping you, like I'm going to do here on the channel, but you do not copy paste the code. You try to write the code or the solution your way. After that, the last step is submitting the form. So that way we finish the form. Step number 2 is authorizing CS50 on your GitHub. So you click on this link, which will lead you to your GitHub account. You will not see this in the beginning because I have already created my account and I have submissions. So when I click the link, I see my submissions. But when you click the link for the first time, you will get a notification to authorize CS50 to be connected with your GitHub. And then you'll get another notification to join the course. So the teachers add you to the Codespace of CS50. So whenever you submit a project or a problem set, they revise it and they approve it. Then this step is creating or connecting to the Codespace, the Visual Studio Codespace of CS50. You have two options. If you mark this one, you will work internally. I advise you, and I highly recommend that you use Visual Studio Code on your desktop, even if you're not using it with CS50. If you're not planning to use your Visual Studio Code on desktop, working on the project, you can log in via GitHub and you will use CS50 Visual Studio Code, and it will look like this online. It will take a time to connect you to your GitHub, and it will look something like that. If this is your first course, you will not have any submissions here. This will be empty, and you will get this prompt ready for you to start doing the needed work, which we will use it in a minute. So this is the fourth step. If you have a welcome screen, just close it, and this step is a very important one. You will do it once. I already did it, and we will see how to add an SSH key on your Codespace. So we will click on this link, and here is how to add the key to your Codespace. So we will open our terminal. As here it says SSH-key generate, and start working on the terminal. So SSH-key gen, enter. Now it's creating our key or RSA key. You will get notified. Just click enter. I have a key already, so I will overwrite my key just for the tutorial to show you how to add the SSH key on GitHub. So yes, I will overwrite it. Then the next step here is if you have been prompted for a password, just enter, because you already have a password on GitHub, so you don't want another password for submitting your projects on CS50. Then we come to this step. Now you have this RSA key, so we will copy this key, Control-Shift-C to copy the key, and this is gonna be your public key. You have to copy it until you reach SSH-SSA, or starting from SSH-RSA, you copy all the key till the end. Okay, then you visit this link to add the SSH key. I have already an SSH key, so I'm going to delete it to add a new one. So I will click on new SSH key. Let's call it CS50 Python, and here I'm gonna paste the SSH key that has been generated from here, and then add SSH key. Now you have your SSH key. So we have finished this step. Now we get to updating your Codespace. So update 50 to make sure that everything is working fine. You just write update 50, and if your Codespace is up to date, you get this one. If it's not, you'll get another notifications to click yes or submit or update or whatever. Now we have done this. All these steps will not be done again. Only this one. Whenever you have projects or problem sets like this, you need to open or log in the CS50 Codespace, which you can add to the bookmarks. You can bookmark it, so you can go directly to it whenever you are working on a lab or a problem set, which we will see in the next video. Thank you so much. Wait for the next video.